with Polygon Pythagoras. MetaMask, yeah, crypto cash. Let's go. I seen the metaverse through Metatope, my eyes a megaphone. Customize my empty skin to optimize my flesh and bone. Phase 1, evolution, revolution. Smart contracts inside your smartphone. Phase 1, evolution, revolution. Help me CT's phone. Full body markerless motion capture. The metaverse broken after the Metatope golden era. The whitelist still open. Hurry up what you need, golden chariot. Holy virgins that's holding cherubims, paving the road with fairy dust. Create the avatar of your wildest dreams, yeah. And use it inside your live stream. And all your metaverses, favorite games and widescreen. Metatope, visualize your digital eyes.
Listening to the following, you are acknowledging that the comments, opinions, and analyses expressed by Metatope LLC, its representatives, or any other contributor are for informational purposes only and should not be considered individual investment or legal advice or recommendations to make an investment or adopt any investment strategy. You should be aware of the real risk of loss when buying and selling any assets, including but not limited to NFTs, tokens, or securities. Always conduct your own research and strongly consider seeking the advice of a financial or legal expert. And now, here's Crypto Chris G with TopeTalk.
Still weird every single time that I have to hear that, but yeah, what's up? Happy Thursday. It is the 6th of July, 2023, and we are on episode 55 of TopeTalk. I can't believe it. It's crazy. And you know, we've got some stuff to talk about some of the market, talk about the NFT life. It looks like some things are stabilizing a little bit, and then obviously the coin season is still around. So how's everyone doing? What's going on, Crypto Medic?
What's up, Chris? How is everybody? It was another July 4th. Happy birthday, U.S. We had a Canada Day. Happy birthday, Canada. The only thing I barbecued was myself. It was 110 degrees where I live. But that's all right. It's been a good one. I'm happy to see everybody out here. Excited to hear what we got to chat about today.
Perfect. Yep. I'm changing the title. We're going straight into clickbait. Will Elon win? That's what we're going to discuss here at some point. But yeah, what's going on, Enzo? How you doing?
Yo, what's up, everyone? First of all, happy late 4th of July for all the people in America. And I think Crypto Medic said something about Canada Day. I'm not sure if that's today or coming up this week, but happy Canada Day, whenever that is. Dude, I'm doing great. Thankfully, I delayed taking out my winter clothes this year, and thankfully it's worked out because it's 75 degrees. And it's like the first or second week of winter now. This is insane. I don't know what's going on with the weather here, but it's a little messed up. But thankfully, I've been doing good. And dude, I got some. I have to ask you. Like once we get into it, I got to ask you about Gary Gensler. And I hope that Elon wins against Mark Zuckerberg. That's for sure. But other than that, doing great, man. And happy to hear your voice. Happy to hear Crypto Medic's voice. So happy to be here, man.
Yeah, Gary Gensler is a nasty old man. You know, he runs the SEC here for the United States, and his public enemy number one is us. You know, anyone that has to do with crypto. So he's coming for you. Hopefully, they'll get him out of the office at some point. But yeah, that's who he is. He's the guy that doesn't want crypto to exist. He wants to have control of CBDCs and doesn't help with any regulations. So like he's just thinks that there needs to be smarter people versus like giving a kind of like a blueprint or some sort of like guide to creating a better, safer crypto system for people. But yeah, he doesn't want to help build it. He just wants it. People just think that they don't know how to do it, then they shouldn't be doing it. It's crazy. So yeah, it's about it for him. There's the Gensler coin out there that a bunch of us have all bought at some point, sold at some point, still holding. A bunch of random stuff going on, but it's been quiet out in the meme land of coins, except for like these new 2.0s and stuff. But every time the SEC does something, it typically you see like the Gensler coin start to make a move, which is pretty funny. So people just get so pissed off, like like support the movement coin, which is it's a lot of fun. So yeah, what's going on, guys? So market, we have still at a 30K Bitcoin. Seems that Solana is making some interesting moves. They are up 7%, and I see that there's more Solana tweeters. So maybe I'm not quite sure why it's going up, but it could also have been really oversold from all the torment that they've been receiving since DeGods left the ecosystem. But yeah, other than that, market's been a little quiet. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, there's the biggest news right now is Threads. People are hooting and hollering over this new Instagram version of Twitter, and basically there's no DMs, there's no spaces, there's no like hashtags, there's also no ads, there's no bots. So it does have like some interesting perks. I mean, that you're seeing like new content, you're seeing a lot of engagement if you're just tweeting or replying or threading or whatever. So you're getting like your dopamine hit. So yeah, that's what everyone's doing right now. There's over like 20 million signed up users now. I think it was what it was, and it ramped up quickly. So funny enough, late last night, Threads was like, Threads, the coin came out about like right when it launched, but I got on Threads around like 4 hours after, and I saw the coin, and it was at like a 20,000 market cap. It was like 4 hours old, but the contract was renounced, so it seemed like it was okay. And then next thing you know, like Coco saw it, and we all bought in, and 20x 20x from like 0.1 ETH to 2 ETH, which was pretty funny. And I didn't take out. I took out my initial, and then like I ended up taking out like 1 ETH off. So I basically took like a 9-10x basically, all said and done. But yeah, crazy to see those. It just happened overnight. I mean, the first leg up, which tapped like a million market cap from 20K. So that was really cool to see. But if Threads, the Twitter killer is what the coin's called. So that just was like it was just like you wanted to feel something, and we sure did. I think that we actually started that like volume, and people just caught on, and it went nuts. It went pretty parabolic, but yeah, you don't see those very often. But it just made a lot of sense with the whole Threads thing happening, and I think everyone right now is really trying to figure out the algorithm, trying to figure out how to maximize this new wave. I mean, it makes a lot of sense if you can start getting all these followers now. That'll really solidify your account. So I think makes a lot of it's really interesting to see what happens, especially since Elon sent a cease and desist threatening to sue over Threads. So what you guys think about it?
So I first saw it like early today. I woke up and one of our community members was talking about how he had made a new Thread account and put it on the off topic chat, and then I think like 3 hours later he deleted it because it was too censoring. So I think Elon Musk is still winning in the censor department because Zuckerberg is still censoring everything. So I think Elon might still win this, and I hope Elon still wins this because I'm not a Zuckerberg fan at all. I do like Elon and what he's doing. Even though I think it's a little unorthodox that he is now limiting the amount of stuff that we can see to like 800, or I think it's 1200 for blue users. I'm not quite sure on the numbers there. But yeah, I really hope that Elon catches that cease and desist and beats Zuckerberg if that's what it is. I'm not for censoring, and Zuckerberg does seem to like to censor a lot of people.
Well, just heads up, if I cut out, my Uber Eats finally got here. It's running super late. It was supposed to be here before TopeTalk, but yeah, there's gonna be some soggy Chick-fil-A French fries. But yeah, I have to probably get that. So, Cryptomatic, you mind taking it away for a few minutes here while I capture this save this Uber Eats driver that's been circling for an hour here?
No soup for you. Yeah, I got it, brother. Yeah, I don't know what else has been going on in the space. I don't know about this Threads thing. I don't know. Every time somebody tries to launch a new platform of something, like, yeah, there's always that initial woohoo rush to it because everybody wants to see what it's about. I'll be interested to see where it goes for sure. Um, I don't know. It doesn't sound like it has a lot of features that are usable, but
There's a ton of people on it.
yeah,
Like,
that's interesting though, for sure.
I
I guess.
think content creators always try to look for the new. I think ever since I think it was Vin or Vimo, the app that came before TikTok that you could make like 6 second shorts or whatever. Ever since that took off and like people got famous from there, I think there's been a surge for content creators to just get on the new thing so that they can be as big as they can while the thing is starting out. So I mean, we might see people go there like right off the bat, and once they figure out that it's not like it doesn't have all the features and it still needs a lot of work, maybe we'll see some pullback then. But yeah, like whenever any new social media app drops, I think everyone tries to rush to it because like everybody still in their mind wants to be like an influencer and like work from home and just, like be on social media all the time. So like anything new that drops, I think people just rush to it just to like be that new influencer on the block. That's what I think is happening.
And I would imagine too, like, I'm sure they pushed this thing out like crazy through all their channels, right? Through Instagram, through Facebook. There were one-click links to download and get an account or whatever. That's a lot of people, I'm sure too. So, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of interested to see like where it goes. Like, does it gain traction in a sense that do people start to gain influence, maybe for lack of a better word, or community following, right? Like, or is it just this, there's this crazy interaction for the next few weeks and then everybody kind of goes, yeah, but I'm neglecting my Twitter.
I mean, I think it's gotten to the point now where, well, since you're limited on Twitter, well, people still want like that compact information that Twitter has. Like you only have a certain amount of characters on Twitter unless you have Twitter Blue. So I mean, I think people will still like want that and they'll rush to Threads because Threads is not limited. So I mean, I guess if Elon Musk doesn't cut back on this like 800 tweets per day that you can watch, I think he might start to lose some people, or at least like the numbers have had to have gone down since he put that out. Like the number of people using Twitter or the amount of hours per day people spend on Twitter has dramatically gone down just because you just can't be on Twitter because it's limited. So, I mean, maybe people are rushing to the new thing because they just don't can't have that time on Twitter that they always had before.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess my question would be how large a group was limited by whatever limits were put in place? Or was it that large of a group that was utilizing Twitter to that extreme that it affected them? I don't know. I mean, I don't have the numbers, but that would be an interesting thing to look at for sure.
well, I think you're having people getting cross pollination, so they're seeing an opportunity to get new following. And over time, if something was to happen to Threads, they could always just like always like gear their messaging back towards Twitter, and so they can capture them there. But I mean, anybody that wants to gain more audience, it's no brainer for them. This is all new community. It's reaching to like Instagram now, which is where everybody lives, like outside of Twitter.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely good at tapping into existing to try to bring that focus there. Again, to me, they all share the same problem. They're all run by a centralized entity and centralized media. And so, whoever you are or whatever you're doing on these platforms, if they don't like it, then you don't have a following anymore. Unless people have your email or your phone number, if they choose to turn your account off because they don't like what you're saying, then in essence, your following's over, and all the work you've put into that is gone. And to me, I still have a problem with that aspect of social media in general, right? The control aspect.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it. This is a controversial person, but we've seen it with Andrew Tate whenever all his social media was blocked off because, you know, he's a controversial person that like states whatever's on his mind, and if you don't like it, well, social media apparently didn't like it and they censored him. They blocked him off from all his social media. I was watching an interview. They apparently blocked his bank accounts also. So I mean, it's not only social media, it's your finance. The government can completely cut you off. And I think this is like the biggest reason why crypto and why Web3 is, well, the government can't just block off your MetaMask. They can't block off your what's it called, your wallet, your Web3 wallet. Like that can't be cut off. As long as nobody has your seed phrase, nobody can cut you off. And I think this is why it's crucial for you know, Gary Gensler to like to make up his mind on what is and what isn't a security, and we can move along and start to create a better environment for everybody in Web3, where we won't get blocked off by the government if we do something or say something that the government doesn't like.
Well, and I agree with most of what you're saying there, but I kind of want to bring it back to it isn't even just whether the government likes it, right? It's people in general or whoever's making the decisions that day, right? Because we saw President Trump get taken down from social media platforms, right? So, and he was in the government. So it's really becomes a matter of the platform is now deciding what's appropriate or not appropriate for you to say or others to hear. And to me, like that's what I have a problem with. I'm not, promoting what someone is saying or not saying or whether certain things should be said or not. I'm saying that people should have the ability to have a platform to speak to others that want to follow them and say whatever the hell they want. Because if those people want to follow them, then they have a right to be heard.
Yeah, man, I honestly couldn't agree with you more. Whether whatever they're saying is good or bad, like you should be at all times be able to speak your mind and like say how you feel and not be blocked off because of the what you're saying or however you feel. 100%, man. And hopefully in the future we get to a place that, you know, a platform drops where that is 100% fully how it is. It's whether it becomes a decentralized social media platform or something of that nature. But I completely agree. People should not be blocked off for stating what's on their mind.
100, man, 100. That's kind of the world, we're trying to get to, right? We started with scratching stuff in rocks, on cliffs, and you could just kind of go read it there, right? I mean, I guess that was as much truth as you could get. Somebody could still write a story there, I suppose. But, as we got into the modern era, I think few of us realized the amount of control of what we see, read, are taught in schools. It's all controlled, by some level. I'm not saying, it's managed by like one entity, but I mean, it's all under some level of control. And we're now, reaching this precipice of, the human race has gotten to that level where, hey, I don't really need you to control my thoughts or what I feel. And that's the true freedom of the human spirit, right? You can lock somebody's body in a cell, but if you don't, you can't lock their mind up truly.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens with Threads. I mean, Elon's not very happy, so I think he'll pressure this app. I don't know what the hell's going to happen, but it should be pretty interesting. I mean, Jack and both Elon are discussing stuff about how there's no way to give them the choice to remove the algorithm, so it's like a closed source, and it's weird. So love to see what happens. I mean, there's going to be some drama in the space for a little bit on where people are spending their time. And it also looks like Azuki is now also trying to get that community vote out for if they're going to change the backgrounds for the elementals. So I'm excited to see what happens there. It would be pretty funny if they lost the vote to change like that, to have the background changed. It would be like all that for nothing.
What happened, or what is going on with their backgrounds? Like, why is there even a vote to want to change them in the first place?
Well, I mean, they had a bad launch, and then they kind of tried to like divert the situation that it all looks the same, and yeah, to stop a lot of people. So like that's like kind of like their approach to it is like elementals are special. Let's give them backgrounds potentially.
Interesting, man. So, with this whole Azuki thing going on, do you think that this is going to bring back the market for NFTs? Do we see the bottom of the NFT market and we should see a bull run soon? Or how are you feeling about the NFT market? Since you spend a lot more time, I've seen you around in spaces talking about NFTs with DGen Tunes and some other NFT communities. So, how do you feel about the space right now for NFTs?
It's boring, so like nobody's paying attention to it. So I mean, that's just the way it is. But I think that the next cycle will be really good, and that we'll have a lot more like liquidity coming into the NFT space. I mean, it just is going to require the other cycles to run their course, and so it could be a little it could be a little bit longer before people make decisions to come back in NFTs. It's Ether failed miserably on their mint. Azuki just took out $30 million of liquidity, 40 million, whatever, and you got to have something really special that people can't live without, and hopefully that people will see the true value of Metatope when we decide to do our mint, and give us that opportunity to help the narrative change again. So there's a really good there's a really good narrative there that could be extremely powerful. Just is going to require a lot of people to have faith and trust, and let's see what we can do.
Yeah, I think it's getting really close, right? We're seeing the indications things are slowing down on the coin side. We started this off talking about whether the NFT bottom was in. I mean, there are a lot of what I will say are older, more developed projects whose floors have begun to come back up. There is money coming back into the NFT space, which is a good indicator that something is changing. So, where we go from here as we make it through the rest of the summer, I think it bodes well for fall. Um, I know through the grapevine and through others, there are a lot of people who've been building this year, and a lot of those things are going to come to fruition in the next, let's say, 3 to 5 months. Uh, you know, I think we're going to see a lot of value and surprise and change at what is going to be released in the space. We've been waiting for a lot of these things for a long time, from metaverses to things that Metatope is doing. Just across the board, there's a lot of exciting things coming in the next cycle, I think here.
Yeah, and we're really close. So we've got the youths completely done now. So really excited to see how those perform in the app, and we're setting up a scalable product. So we'll be able to onboard more and more collections here very soon, and start to integrate, it'll basically be creating that ecosystem. And once we have some of these larger collections on board, we'll have an existing audience. And hopefully that'll give us a great enough push that will solidify some more, some more eyeballs on the project, and in the future be able to mint out our collection here.
I just want to see the collection, Chris. Minting out would be wonderful. I just want them to finish it so I can see what it's going to look like. But it's coming. I know we keep getting little sneak peeks and previews, and we've shown a little bit here and there, but have faith. There are people working extremely hard behind the scenes to make this all come to fruition. And it's going to happen when it's the right time for it to happen. I believe that truly.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to whenever every Friday comes, like I think it's Friday that we post the behind the scenes building little videos that we put out. I look forward to seeing those every Friday, because sometimes they have some like, if you look at the artwork, that they're using, the color, the palettes that they're using, all look incredible, man. And some of them have like a unique shine, and they look absolutely amazing. Especially like now that they have some with really amazing hairstyles. It's looking really good, especially on the last one that we posted. I think it was last Friday we posted one. I'm looking at it right now, and one of them has one of the Metatope skins has a red mohawk, and it looks fantastic, dude.
Yeah, man. Bender's doing a great job. I tried to get him on stage, but he's busy. And yeah, so I guess it's going to be interesting to see. I know a lot of people are thinking that Bitcoin will either hold and go up to like that next mark of 40,000, or go retest like 24. I'm interested to see what happens. Usually it'd be nice to have Walker here for some technical analysis, but I guess he didn't want to come today. Everything else seems to be chilling. I mean, everything's like down like 4-5% on the altcoin side, but hopefully there'll be some more clarity on the ETF news that came out. And I can't see how SEC can stop it forever. I mean, it seems like the big money's back to do it. So Coinbase and BlackRock are together, and hopefully between them two, there could be some sort of regulation start moving forward before the halving.
So, crypto, Christy, man, I had to ask you earlier today. What do you did you see the news about Gary Gensler resigning? Is that going to happen? That's what I wanted to ask you earlier when I asked you about him. I saw it earlier this week or last week, and I wanted to ask you because I thought you'd be more up to par with those news than I will.
Yeah, there's no shot he's going to resign, bro. They'll probably they'll have to fire him before he goes out of there. It's kind of like just whatever information, silly. But I don't see him. I don't see him being the type of guy to resign from that position.
So until then, crypto is stuck in this limbo of security, not security problem, which is strange because I think he must have did something and like got involved with a coin or something and lost money, and that's where he probably got mad. I don't know. He invested in a meme and got mad because if it wasn't a security to begin with, how do you turn it into a security months or years later down the road? Like, how do you go back on your word like that and cause that much problem for investors? That's really what I want to know.
He probably bought Doge at the top.
Absolutely. I was going to say, he's absolutely got some skin in the game. That's why he's doing it.
Dude,
Yeah,
Render, it is awesome to see you up here, man. You don't come up here too often, but dude, I had to give you a congratulations on the art because it's coming out amazing, dude.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all the love. Yeah, I'm never on Spaces because I'm always in the lab cooking, trying to make our collection the best that it can be. So I really appreciate the love from the team and from you guys, and seeing the support that we're getting from the different previews that we're releasing. I'm really excited for people to see just how far we've taken these things, because they're really starting to come to life.
Yeah, I think the only thing is to put a person inside of them. That's when we'll 100% see the collection fully come to life. Is once people can use the app and actually like use these to bring them to life, give them characteristics of their own. Like, yeah, I'm excited for everything to go down.
I heard render come up, so it made me get out of my spreadsheet, pick my head up, and request to speak. And I was a little in shock to hear render's voice and not be in my Zoom window. So yeah, render, weird hearing you on Twitter Spaces, but you guys are 100% right. Render and Jared and have just knocked this out of the park. But Render has been spending countless weekends and nights. He texted me at 2 a.m. his time yesterday, and we were going over this. And yeah, just we're really fortunate in this team, and we're making something really cool, and can't wait to share more about it. And I'm having fun with numbers and spreadsheets, and Render gets to play with all the really cool stuff. So yeah, it's the dream team, and really excited to share everything with you guys. But again, Render is an absolute legend.
Yeah, he is. And I'm so excited that my day will be spent figuring out how to create a company thread account. Woohoo!
yeah. So that's good, John. Congratulations. You get to make your own thread account too, and then then it's off to the threading. Get your needle and thread out. Yeah. Anyway, what's going on, Jordan? Thanks for coming up, hanging out with us. And yeah, the preview videos are definitely pretty sweet. Um, look forward to seeing the different designs of the hair. I might have to trade somebody to get a man bun one if I see one. If I don't get one out of my pickings.
We kind of canceled the man bun. Sorry to break it to you.
Oh,
Maybe you'll get a 101 though.
my hopes and dreams are crushed. Render, you can take it away from here. I have nothing else to say.
Actually, my favorite traits that have come out so far are all back traits. The hair looks great, but some of the back traits that we have, like the I'm just not gonna say anymore. But the back traits we have are freaking amazing. So we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, anything on the back is going to be limited and special and just kind of fun. Got got some cool nods to different superheroes or villains and some unique things in this world. But yeah, it's we talk about this amongst our team, and the amount of time, energy, and just brain power put into not only just designing and building and refining this collection has been I have been saying twice as much as any other collection to date. I wager that it's substantially higher. I mean, I think it's 10 times more time and effort and attention put into this collection than anybody else has ever put into a collection. It's insanely complex, but it's special. It's special. So yeah, I can't wait to share it with you guys. We're really close.
I am excited for everyone else to see it too. In fact, as we get closer to knowing when we're going to be, getting a mint date and stuff like that, I'm sure there's a bunch of people that are waiting for that type of information. So it'll be really cool when we can start looking at the light at the end of the tunnel.
How's that soggy Chick-fil-A, buddy?
I just destroyed it. I mean, there's nothing left. Even the dog is kind of like sniffing around, like, what the hell happened to it? But yeah, so let's go ahead and wind it down. I mean, it's not really, with the holiday and stuff this last week, it's been very quiet on the Web3 side of the world, outside of like Threads, really. That and just the Ben drama, nasty Ben drama. But my money's on that he takes his 20 million and runs away somehow. So we'll see what happens there. But I don't own any of that. I don't own any of the orange or PSYOP or anything anymore.
So you're saying my PSYOP and Loyal are not going to make me a millionaire? Is that
Probably not?
Bummer.
All that happened is you just got PSYOP.
I mean, he could inject the 20 million back into the project, into PSYOP, which, that's what he said he's going to do when all the paper hands are out, like every other coin says. But no, I mean, if it's not like a lot or anything, I'd just probably leave it there as like a moon bag. You never know.
Yeah, if I had $100 for every time I heard a founder say they were going to moon the price once all the paper hands were gone, I wouldn't have to invest in crypto anymore.
Yep. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's other than the Ether, Azuki, which took a lot of people's energy. I think that people are just like needing a break from all that. And Threads, everyone's kind of moved over to Threads, playing with the new Instagram stuff, watching the drama where Elon Musk is coming after Zuck. Apparently, they're gonna be fighting in an arena or something like that. So, George St. Pierre.
I can't wait to see that.
I don't know. I doubt it happens. But
does it involve mud?
Dude, as far as I was concerned, the fight was cut off because Elon's mom said that he shouldn't fight. If I'm not mistaken, I did hear Elon's mom got involved and said no, and he still has to listen to mom.
There's really no reason for them to be fighting. We need him working on spaceships. I mean, what if he gets like hit against on his head, and then he's no longer like a Elon Musk, like no longer a genius. He forgets things or something, right? It's just we can't have that happen.
That's a good point. He could get concussed. Dude, talking about all the new social media platforms, have you heard about Kick, the competitor to Twitch that came out a couple of months ago? I'm not sure how big you are into gaming, but have you looked into it or anything like that?
I mean, I've watched it a little bit, but it's kind of like it's not very mobile friendly.
Gotcha. I was thinking about starting to stream soon. Whenever our app launches, that's mostly what I wanted to do, was use it for streaming, but I was unsure of whether to go to Twitch or Kick. So I wanted some second opinions, and I knew you somewhat were into gaming, so I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna make more money on Kick. Twitch that's why people are moving. So I mean, I would do Kick. I'm sure they'll get better interface and stuff over time. It's kind of like Threads versus Twitter, bro. Just go with Threads.
I could. The only thing I don't like about Threads is the person behind it and the censoring. If it was somebody else doing it, not Mark Zuckerberg, like maybe, but I just really don't like Zuckerberg and all the censoring that he does and stuff. Like I'm really against that. So Threads is really not for me. I don't even use Instagram or Facebook. I really don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, then stick to dude. But yeah, Kick. I think Kick's gonna give you a better, like, for a content creator or whatever, a better experience and better revenue. I mean, Twitch is losing people to Kick and stuff, so I would go with the new.
Yeah, I'm going to mostly use it as soon as our app is ready to be used in that way. So I mean, I still have a little bit of time while we get everything set up and while the app is still getting made to do a bit more research, look into it. But yeah, I think Kick was one of the big things that I was gonna go with over Twitch. I was just doing a bit of research and looking into it and figured I'd ask you.
For sure, man. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. Hopefully we'll have more to talk about next Thursday, regarding Metatope stuff, as well as the market, and see what happens over this weekend. But yeah, all is pretty quiet. I mean, especially Twitter. It's people are all over the thread stuff. But I see that Ben just paid Orange yesterday $108,000 to Twitter. So he also has not gotten his Orange Square back yet. So let's see what happens there. It should be interesting. In the meantime, I hope everyone has a great rest of their Thursday. And yeah, we'll see if we can get some more exciting, breaking, whatever news throughout this weekend, and come back next Thursday for an exciting episode of TopeTalk. I think that we'll also probably have some updates from the Metatope side too. So really excited to see what happens with which next collection we start to put together. And yeah, so if anyone has anything else they want to say before we end it here.
I want to say thank you to everybody for coming. I appreciate everybody who shows up every week or any week to listen to us, because I don't think I have that much great stuff to say, but I love all you guys. Much love. Have a great weekend. See you guys next week.
Yeah, cyberpunk. Yeah. I mix my ETH with Polygon Pythagoras. Let it mass. Yeah, crypto cash. Yeah, I seen the metaverse through Metatope, my eyes a megaphone. Customize my empty skin to optimize my flesh and bone. Phase 1, evolution, revolution. Smart contracts inside your smartphone. Phase 1, evolution, revolution. Help me these phone. Whole body markerless motion capture. The metaverse broken after the Metatope golden era. The whitelist still open. Hurry up, what you need, golden chariot. Holy virgins that's holding cherubims, paving the road with fairy dust. Create the avatar of your wildest dreams, yeah, and use it inside your live stream. And on your metaverses, favorite games in widescreen. Metatope, visualize your digital ID. I seen the metaverse through Metatope, my eyes a megaphone. Customize my empty skin to optimize my flesh and bone. Yeah, Metatope is your mirror to the metaverse. Yeah, I seen the metaverse through Metatope, my eyes a megaphone. Customize my empty skin to optimize my flesh and bone.